I'm interested in the Reuters example, if I can sort of go back to what Chris Cillizza said about White House video. It's interesting to me the partial disintermediation of traditional news media in the business space. I mean, if J.P. Morgan has a channel, Chase has a channel, Barack Obama has a channel, Michelle Bachmann has a channel. That for me is a really interesting, phenomenon. And I think it's happening a bit in the documentary space in nonprofits. I think you see sort of some of the oxygen in the room that's come out of the room in terms of documentary video being funded more and more by interest groups. I think all of those issues present a challenge for the objective news organization. It's interesting.
If I can add to that, our good friends at YouTube, and we've done in 4 years over 600 million streams on YouTube. They offered us the Barack Obama interview last week.
On a live basis?
Live.
Yeah.
And after some discussion, we discovered that the White House was shooting the interview. And so we said, well, we'll stream it, but we'll shoot it. And the White House refused. And so we had to politely decline YouTube because of the very point you're making.
Mm. Great call. I mean, it's a hard,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a point where it's sort of like you're letting government cameras shoot the government. That's
yeah, and that's just to add to that, because we did the vice president, so the president was on YouTube and Yahoo did the vice president, and that's why we brought in our own cameras. We insisted on setting it up ourselves, and part of the condition was that we could ask follow-up questions on any of the user questions that we had generated. So it actually worked out pretty well. I think there's a fine line, obviously, and as a news organization, you have to retain your editorial, your editorial standards. But there's also a huge opportunity to allow an audience like Yahoo's audience, which is the biggest out there, to interact with a major newsmaker like that, which is also the other side of the coin.
I think what we do is you have to clearly distinguish your content from the content you're carrying on your platform. Right, and I think as long as you can do that very distinctly. So, for example, over our professional terminal products, we've been delivering Reuters news alongside hundreds of news sources for years. We have 2,000 companies that deliver research reports over our products. There's thousands of sources, but they run alongside commingled with Reuters news, yet no one gets confused between reading a Reuters news story versus a research report versus an AP news story, all within the same market data terminal product. So we're doing the same thing with video. While we think we're very comfortable having J.P. Morgan and others create their own content, it's on a J.P. Morgan channel, clearly branded J.P. Morgan. We're just creating a convenient way of bringing all the information together. So when you go to look for information on a certain subject, you can see it across all of our sources. But as long as you clearly distinguish the brand of where the content's coming from, then I think it's okay. You separate your journalism from your actual technology.